The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Good morning, everyone. Here's a live look at our Virginia Tech Skycam out in Blacksburg, where temperatures are currently at 32 degrees. We've got winds at 6 miles per hour, primarily out of the west-northwest this morning. So it is making the Blacksburg area feel a little bit cooler than what the actual temperature is, closer to about 26 rather than its actual temperature of 32. And we're seeing that across the board. All of us are in the upper 20s to about the mid 30s this morning. So certainly warmer, and certainly the warmest morning we've woken up with this week. Now, the wind chill across the board, again, feeling maybe 5, 6, 7 degrees cooler than what our actual temperature is, just because we're continuing to deal with some of those light winds between about 5 and 10 miles per hour this morning. Now, as you head out the door, watch your step. There is still a little bit of black ice in some of the areas that haven't seen too much sunshine within the last 2 weeks. 32 degrees by 9 a.m. with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies throughout the remainder of our morning. And then winds actually stay pretty calm throughout the rest of the day. We're going to see winds maybe ramp up to about 10 miles per hour at times, but that's about as high and as gusty as they get. It's going to be a pretty calm day with lots of sunshine, with temperatures warming up into the 40s, so a little bit closer to average temperatures for the time of year. Our average is 47. We get up to about 45 in Roanoke and in the Highlands. The Hill City will get to 46. Southside gets to 48 degrees. I do think maybe South Boston, maybe Charlotte Courthouse get to 49, maybe even 50 degrees. And then parts of the New River Valley, like the high elevated areas along parts of the Blue Ridge, will stay in the upper 30s, while most areas get to about 40 to 41. Now, why are we so warm today compared to the rest of the week? Well, we've got this area of high pressure right over top of the southeast, which is bringing in a little bit of moisture and bringing in a little bit of warmth out of the south. So we see the little wind barbs here that are continuing out of the south this morning. That's actually going to start to aid in this area of low pressure out there to our west, bringing in a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, which is going to get this thing generated really quickly. So only in about 16 hours or so is this thing knocking on our front door from the time it gets generated in the panhandle of Texas later this afternoon. So by tomorrow morning, 6, 7 a.m., we'll see maybe a little bit of brief round of mix, maybe some snow, some sleet, a little bit of freezing rain integrated in there. Then we quickly transition into rain, and we'll see some isolated to scattered showers throughout our Saturday with mostly cloudy conditions overhead. Then once we get into Sunday, on the backside of the system, there's a chance for some snow to get going late on Saturday night into the early hours of Sunday, and then those could continue into the afternoon hours of our Sunday. So the snow potential is it's up there. There is a chance for some snow to get developed and stick on the ground throughout our Sunday. I do think it is highest along parts of the mountains like the New River Valley and parts of the Highlands, as indicated by our odds of seeing 1 inch of snow. You see Southside Lynchburg closer to 0, between about 15% as well. Then as we head into next week, some really, really cold air starts to build in as the polar vortex starts to enter the region. So here's the last look at your 7-day forecast for next week. Looks to be the coldest week of this season so far.